Okay, besties, let's be real. Who hasn't been totally confused about a guy's feelings? Like, does he actually like me, or am I just, things? It's the worst feeling ever. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm spilling all the tea on the top 10 signs that he's totally crushing on you, even if he's trying to play it cool. Trust me, boys are way more obvious than they think they are. They might try to hide their feelings with their little smirks and their "I'm too cool for school" act, but their body language and their actions always give them away. So grab your detective hats, because we're about to decode the secret language of boys. Get ready to finally find out if that certain someone is totally crushing on you, or if he's just not that into you. Let's go! First up, let's talk about eye contact, because seriously, eyes are the windows to the soul, right? If he's constantly making eye contact with you, like across the room, across the cafeteria, across the entire universe, it's a major sign he's interested. And I'm not just talking about a quick glance, okay? I'm talking about that lingering gaze that makes your heart skip a beat. You know what I'm talking about. It's like he can't tear his eyes away from you, even if he wanted to. But here's the thing. Sometimes, when a guy really likes you, he might get super nervous and actually avoid eye contact altogether. It's like a weird paradox, but trust me, it happens. So if he's constantly looking at you, great. But if he's avoiding your gaze, don't freak out. It might just mean he's totally intimidated by your awesomeness. Awkward. Okay, so maybe he's not making intense eye contact, but have you noticed his body language? Because that's a dead giveaway too. If he's into you, his body language will be screaming it from the rooftops, even if he's trying to play it cool. First of all, pay attention to his posture. Does he stand a little taller, puff out his chest a bit when he's around you, like he's trying to impress you? That's a subconscious thing guys do when they're trying to appear more attractive. And trust me, it's adorable. And speaking of subconscious, have you ever noticed that people tend to mirror the body language of someone they're interested in? Like if you lean in, he leans in. If you cross your legs, he crosses his legs. It's like a weird unspoken connection, and it's a major sign he's picking up what you're putting down. And then there's the touching. Now, I'm not talking about anything inappropriate here, but if he's constantly finding excuses to touch you, like brushing your arm, touching your back, or even just playfully shoving you, it means he wants to be close to you. Okay, so he's making eye contact, his body language is screaming "I like you," but what about his actual words? Does he actually talk to you? Because if a guy is making an effort to initiate conversations with you, it's a huge sign he's interested. Think about it. Guys don't just randomly strike up conversations with people they don't like, especially if they're shy. So if he's going out of his way to talk to you, ask you questions, and actually listen to your answers, congrats, girl. He's totally smitten. And it's not just about the quantity of conversations, but the quality too. Does he seem genuinely interested in what you have to say? Does he ask follow-up questions? Does he remember little details about your life that you've told him before? If the answer is yes, then girl, he's totally crushing on you. He's paying attention, he's engaged, and he wants to know everything about you. And let's be real, who doesn't love a guy who actually listens? It's like finding a unicorn. Okay, this one might seem a little counterintuitive, but trust me on this. If a guy is constantly teasing you, it might actually be his weird, backwards way of showing affection. I know, it sounds crazy. But think back to when you were kids. Didn't you sometimes tease the people you had crushes on? It's like a defense mechanism, you know? They're trying to hide their true feelings behind a wall of sarcasm and playful jabs. But here's the key. It has to be playful teasing, not mean-spirited. If he's constantly putting you down or making you feel bad about yourself, then that's not a good sign. But if he's teasing you about silly things like your love for a certain boy band or your obsession with a particular reality TV show, it's all in good fun. He's just trying to get your attention and make you laugh. And let's be real, who doesn't love a guy with a good sense of humor? As long as he's not like a total jerk about it. Okay, so let's talk about proximity. Because if a guy likes you, he's going to want to be around you, all the time. And I'm not just talking about casually bumping into you in the hallway. I'm talking about full-on orchestrating situations where he can accidentally run into you. For example, does he suddenly start showing up at your favorite coffee shop? Or joining your study group, even though he's failing that class? Or maybe he just happens to be at the same party as you, even though you swore you were the only one who knew the host. Come on, girl. He's totally making excuses to be near you. He wants to spend time with you, even if it means putting himself in potentially awkward situations. And the best part is, he probably thinks he's being super slick about it. Like, oh, hey, what a coincidence. You're here too? Yeah, right, we see you, buddy. Okay, this one is major. If a guy remembers little details about you, things you've told him in passing, things you're interested in, things that are important to you, it means he's totally paying attention, like really paying attention. Think about it. Guys aren't exactly known for their stellar memories, especially when it comes to things that girls say. So if he remembers that you have a dog named Sparky, or that you're allergic to shellfish, or that you're obsessed with a certain book series, it's a big deal. It means he cares enough to listen to you, to remember what you say, and to store it away in his brain for future reference. And honestly, that's pretty adorable. So pay attention to what he remembers. Does he surprise you with your favorite candy bar? Does he ask about your upcoming trip that you mentioned like weeks ago? Does he remember your birthday even though you only told him once? If so, he's totally smitten. Okay, let's be real. Social media is basically a giant game these days, especially when it comes to dating. But it can also be a super helpful tool for figuring out if a guy likes you. First of all, does he follow you on all your social media platforms? And I don't just mean Instagram, okay? I'm talking Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, the whole shebang. If he's constantly liking, commenting on and sharing your posts, it means he's invested in your life and he wants to stay connected with you. And speaking of Instagram, let's talk about stories. Does he watch all your stories, even the like super random ones where you're just like talking about your day? And does he reply to them, maybe even with a flirty emoji or two? And then there are the DMs. Does he slide into your DMs on the regular, just to say hi, or to ask how your day is going? Or maybe he sends you funny memes that he thinks you'll like. If so, congrats, girl, he's totally crushing. He's making an effort to communicate with you outside of like, real life, and that's a big deal. Okay, this one should be obvious, but sometimes we need a little reminder. If a guy is constantly complimenting you, it means he likes you. Like, duh. Guys don't just throw around compliments like confetti, especially not to girls they're not interested in. And I'm not just talking about generic compliments like, you look nice today. I'm talking about specific compliments that show he's actually paying attention to you. Like, that dress looks amazing on you, or you have the best laugh, or you're really good at that. These are the kinds of compliments that mean he's noticing the little things about you, the things that make you unique and special. And trust me, that's a major sign he's crushing hard. So pay attention to the compliments he gives you. Does he compliment your intelligence, your sense of humor, your creativity? The more specific the compliment, the more likely it is that he's genuinely smitten. Okay, so maybe he's not the smoothest operator in the world. Maybe he gets a little awkward or shy around you. But guess what? That's actually a good sign. Think about it. When you're around someone you like, don't you get a little nervous sometimes? Your palms sweat, your heart races, you say stupid things. It's totally normal. And the same goes for guys. So, if he stammers over his words, blushes when you talk to him, or accidentally spills his drink all over himself when you're around, don't be turned off. It just means he's nervous because he likes you. And let's be real, a little bit of awkwardness can be kind of endearing. It shows that he's not like a total player who's used to getting every girl he wants. He's just a normal guy who gets a little flustered around pretty girls. Last but not least, let's talk about personal questions. Because if a guy is asking you personal questions about your family, your friends, your dreams, your fears, it means he wants to get to know you on a deeper level. He's not just interested in your surface level stuff, like what kind of music you listen to or what your favorite color is. He wants to know the real you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So pay attention to the kinds of questions he asks you. Does he ask about your childhood, your passions, your goals for the future? Does he really listen to your answers and ask follow-up questions? If so, it means he's genuinely interested in you as a person, and he's not just trying to get in your pants. And honestly, that's the best kind of guy to fall for. So, there you have it. The top 10 signs that he totally likes you, even if he's trying to play it cool. Remember, guys can be a little clueless sometimes, but their actions always speak louder than words. So pay attention to his body language, his conversations, and his overall behavior. And most importantly, trust your gut. If you think he likes you, he probably does. So go for it, girl. Shoot your shot. The worst thing that could happen is he says no, and then you can move on to someone who actually appreciates your awesomeness. Have you noticed any of these signs? Share your experiences in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more awesome videos.